All right, good evening everyone and welcome to Teaching Tips Thursday. For today, I am going to be bringing you a composition called Wistful Waters, and I have it all queued up here on Fourscore for the iPad, which is really awesome. It can house all of your musical PDF needs. Now this piece has several spots and some pointers which I think I can give to make the performance of this go much more smoothly. Starting from the top, there are some hand crossings. Think moving as straight sideways as you can go. Now one of the exercises that I like to try to do is called touching the note before you play it. You can try playing the phrase as written. Touch the note, preparing the hand before you play. Now also, anytime when you have these passages where both hands are playing together, these 16th note figures in the beginning, you can practice it without pedal. For clarity's sake, then you can start to add pedal in. Certain phrases, you want to try to shape them according to your best musical judgment for the shape and contour of the melodies. For example, here, there's no crescendo specifically written in there, but you can certainly add one in. Feel free to stretch and pull and maybe push some of the tempo some, so that way it has this really nice ebb and flow feel to it, kind of like the way water works. Taking a look at page 4, there's a polyrhythm here with a quarter note triplet. Dun, 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 and this scale right. Dun, dun, dun. Putting it together. You want to feel each hand so well that you're not thinking about each hand when you're putting it together. So hands separately work for this is great, especially with this piece. Coming from the previous measure. Just to get a sense for how the phrases are shaped. Now, there's also a really nice section here. It's like an interlocking hand sort of thing. You don't need to be forceful with it. Have your wrists somewhat high. You're going to have your left hand over your right. And you can use the una quarta for that. It's going to create this blur. Once again, feel free to play around with dynamics as well for that section. Taking a look at page 7, there are some leaps which occur in the left hand. Now, once again, as we talked about before, touching and covering before you play. This is a really good exercise to try. You got this 10th here. You're going to cover, boom, right there. Back, forward, back, and forward. When you put that together, this is really cool. Try to bring that dun, 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 as such. Now, when you get to the end of this piece, this is probably the trickiest spot of the entire song, of the entire composition. This is measures 102. Yeah, it's essentially 102, measure 102. You take a look at it here. It's an ad libitum accelerando poco a poco cadenza section. Now, it's not really as bad as what it might look like, actually, because a lot of this is very close spacing. My best tip that I can give is chunking these parts together as blocks. One block, two blocks, three blocks, four. Once you get past this, it simply moves down the keyboard, culminating at this final chord here. Now also, the stem down notes, bring those out some. That's kind of like your melody line. Putting that together. And you can do quick off-down pedals on that. So hopefully a few of these pointers and tips will be extremely valuable for you learning and developing this musical composition. Thank you so much for watching, and best wishes for your musical endeavors. Thanks again.